table if we need it." "Perfect," Carol said approvingly. "How many folks have enrolled?" 20 with 6 on the wait list. "Then we've definitely maxed." Carol pushed her gold glasses up on her nose. "I like to be able to spend at least 10 minutes with each person. When there's more than 20, somebody gets shortchanged." We went back inside, where I picked up Carol's suitcase. "Let's take a look at your bedroom." I led the way down the hall past the bathroom. At the bedroom door, Carol pulled in her breath. "Lovely," she exclaimed. "China, this is perfect. I'm going to love it here." I hoped so. I've invested a great deal of time and thought in the decorating project and love the way it's turned out. An antique 4-poster bed made up with lavender-scented sheets and covered with a Texas star quilt and a scattering of pillows, a polished mahogany dresser and rocking chair, a red and blue braided rug on the gleaming oak floor, wood shutters at the windows, even a small television set and VCR. And since the cottage is at the very back of the lot, away from the street, there's almost no noise, except, of course, for Miss Lula, the yappy little dog, as old and crotchety as her owner, who lives on the other side of the alley. If you didn't know, you'd never guess that Time Cottage was built as a stable in the long-ago days when everybody in Pecan Springs had at least one horse. It sits under a large pecan tree behind the 2-story stone building that houses my herb shop, Time and Seasons, Ruby Wilcox's Crystal Cave, and Time for Tea, the tea room that Ruby and I own together. The fully equipped kitchen and spacious main room, fancifully called the Gathering Room, make the cottage a great place for all sorts of workshops and classes. The newly decorated bedroom, which looks out onto the gardens that surround the building, enables me to rent the cottage as a bed and breakfast when it's not otherwise scheduled. I've been getting quite a few rental requests lately because the place is listed in the new Pecan Springs B&B guide. This week, Time Cottage was doing double duty. Carol Gay, who lives and works near Taos, would be teaching a paper-making workshop and staying in the cottage. Carol is an accomplished paper artist with a national reputation and always in demand as a teacher. I was only able to get her because she's a friend of Ruby's, so I was glad the accommodations pleased her. I showed her the bathroom, then asked, "What else do we need to do before Saturday's workshop? Do you have everything you need?" "Most of it," Carol said. "I'll set things up on Friday, but since tomorrow's only Thursday, I'm taking the extra day to relax. Oh, there is one thing, though. If you know where to find a few yucca plants, I'll collect some leaves. Yucca makes great paper, and since it's easy to find in this area, I want to show people how to work with it." "Sure," I said. "There are quite a few yuccas along the railroad tracks. If you'll come to the shop about 8:30, we can drive over there." I'm usually at the shop just after 8, which gives me time to get a few things done, sweeping, dusting, even some garden work, before customers start showing up at 10. Owning your own business has plenty of pluses, but sleeping until noon isn't one of them. Carol nodded. She was about to say something else, but she was interrupted by the sound of the front door opening and a loud, "Yoo-hoo!" "We're coming, Ruby," I yelled, and we went back down the hall to the gathering room, where, with bubbly squeals, Ruby and Carol, friends since they met at a yoga retreat a couple of years ago, fell into an enthusiastic embrace. With Ruby was our new partner, Cassandra Wilde, carrying a tray laden with breakfast goodies, fruit, juice, and a couple of Cass's famous gingerbread waffles to be warmed up in the microwave. Cass had also included a small pitcher of dark agave nectar for the waffles. It's made from the heart of the wild agave plant and is higher in fructose than sugar-based syrups or honey. Good for anyone who needs to watch the sugar. Carol would definitely not go hungry. If you were here with us, you could meet everyone in person, but since you're not, and since you may be new to Pecan Springs and in need of an orientation, I'll take a few moments to tell you who we are. You've met Carol Gay already. She's the diminutive one, wiry and sturdy, with muscles developed from years of pounding plant fiber and toting buckets of pulp.